An independent review has indeed found that the London Fire Brigade is, and I quote, institutionally misogynist and racist. The independent culture review examined the LFB's culture after trainee firefighter Jaden Matthew Francois Esprit took his own life in August 2020. More than 2,000 current and former staff and community groups spoke out, reporting sexist, racist and homophobic behaviour. Leadership issues were also mentioned. Staff are afraid to speak out about abuse. Unacceptable behaviour toward members of the public was also recorded. The London Fire Commissioner has said that the behaviour highlighted is unacceptable and welcomed the recommendations made by the review. Well, GBNews national reporter Theo Chikomba is outside the London Fire Brigade headquarters for us now. I mean, this is quite staggering as a report, plus the acceptance of it by the bosses where you are.
Yes, it's a damning report into the culture here at the London Fire Brigade. It's a report that took around 10 months. Nazir Afzal, who's a former chief crown prosecutor for the North West, with his team, 8 of them, spoke to a number of officers across the country. As you mentioned earlier, around 2,000 Fire Brigade workers were questioned over that period, and it was through written statements, interviews, and so on. Now, just to give you an example of some of the stuff that is in this report, a white female firefighter received a video of a colleague exposing himself. There were examples of men huddled around a screen watching porn in their offices, and just this one, which is very touching. It says, when we go to work, you could end up being sent to extremely dangerous incidents. One female firefighter was saying, in these cases, your life depends on your colleagues, and you have to rely on them to get out safely. And how can you do that when they think so little of you and treat you like dirt all the time? Without respect, it makes the job impossible. Now, this report has been heard by the mayor and, of course, the brigade's commissioner. He's saying he was horrified to read the damning report into the brigade, adding, I think there are many staff decent who are public servants, and that will be equally, and he's equally horrified and, yeah, heartbroken, really. And he says from today, it will be completely clear to all staff that behaviour that isn't acceptable, there'll be zero tolerance, and that they will potentially lose their jobs. Alistair.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. That's GBNews national reporter Theo Chikomba at the headquarters of the London Fire Brigade, and we want to bring you the full statement. It'll only take a few moments, but it's very important to have balance and all the facts when we're covering something as sensitive as this. So we have the full statement from the London Fire Commissioner, Andy Rowe, who Theo mentioned there in his report. And what he has said is this. Today is a very sobering day. There is no place for discrimination, harassment or bullying in the brigade. And from today, it will be completely clear to all staff what behaviour isn't acceptable and what the consequences will be.